I'm riding my bike down the California coast on a fundraiser. It's one of those beautiful days where all you want to do is be outside. And I pull up at a rest stop, get some ice cream. And as I go to reach for my wallet to pay for the ice cream, I realize I've lost my second brain. My iPhone is missing. Oh, I frantically get on my bike and I race up the long hill we've just come down. I get to the top, I turn around, and I start slowly descending, and I'm scanning the road. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll find it. But you see, the road is covered with these little red leaves, and my iPhone case is red. So I give up. I am grumpy. I'm frustrated. I feel so stupid. How could I lose my phone? And I try to forget about it. And the next day, I get back to San Francisco, and I open up my computer, and there's this email from my younger brother, all caps. And it says, "Why not try the Find My iPhone thing, dummy?" I don't know what that is. I better know. So I call him up, and I get him on the phone, and he says, "I installed this on your phone for you. I did this for you?" Okay. So he says, "Let me guess. Are you sitting at the corner of Montgomery and Sutter with your iPad right now?" "Yes." "How did you know that? That's a little bit creepy. How'd you know that?" He goes, "Hang on." So he sets something up, and about 5 minutes later, I get up on my computer screen the most satisfying little message you've ever seen. And it says, "Eaken has been located." They found it. There's a map, there's a little map, a satellite map. It shows me exactly where it is. You know where it is? 200 feet up the road from where I stopped for ice cream. So I get up there, I fly up there as fast as I can, and I get up there, and within 30 seconds of getting there it is. I follow the map, and there I get it back. It's amazing. I found it. I got it back. It's an incredible feeling. So you see my problem? I was using a prehistoric approach to try to solve a modern problem, wandering around in the weeds, hoping I'd stumble across it. And you know what? In a lot of places, this is still what we're doing with our transportation system. We are clinging to old solutions that are totally ineffective. Whenever we run into a lot of traffic congestion, you know what we largely do? We widen the roads. Really? Is that the best idea that we can come up with? Widening roads is like buying bigger pants when you gain weight. It might make you feel better, but it doesn't solve the problem. But we have incredibly smart people in this audience and all across this state, and I think we know better. In fact, you guys, you already know the answers. We recently crowdsourced our transportation challenges. We did a survey, and we asked all of you, how should we solve LA's traffic congestion? You know what you said? You said, number 1, build more public transportation, buses, trains, light rail. Number 2, build communities where I can walk, and I don't need to drive. And number 3, make it safe and comfortable for me to walk and ride my bike. You know what you had way down on the bottom of the list? Least effective strategy? Widening roads. You see, I love this. You don't need a civil engineering degree to grasp a simple concept. When you widen a road and make it easier to drive, more people drive. It's very simple. We're never going to solve traffic congestion with road widening. So the amazing thing is that government has finally started listening to you. Just this past April, the Southern California Association of Governments, that's an 84-member body that represents half of California's population. They just voted unanimously to adopt a sustainable communities strategy that will spend $246 billion on public transportation, giving you all amazing new ways of getting around. This plan is projected to reduce congestion for the first time ever. You will be able to get on a train in downtown LA and get off 45 minutes later, right here at 4th and Colorado in Santa Monica. 45 minutes. You can't drive that in 45 minutes in rush hour. what is it, hour and a half, maybe hour 15 if you're lucky. When it's all said and done, this plan will reduce per person driving and global warming pollution by 16%. And that is an amazing outcome, and we all celebrated it. But I want to tell you a little secret. I think we could achieve the same targets tomorrow. If everyone who is currently driving to work left the car home 1 day a week, it's 20%. Now you may be saying, right, but how would that even work? This is LA, people don't take the bus here. How would that even work? By using technology you already own. Think about it. The smartphone is clearly changing things. Mine's so smart it told me how to find it. You know, you can now get real-time arrival information on your phone about buses and trains. Never had that growing up. You would just stand there, waiting, powerless. You didn't know if it'd be 5 minutes or 30 minutes. But to ask people to do that today with all of your busy lives, it's a joke. With real-time information, you can now sit at the bar, at the cafe, at your job, or at home until the bus is just a few minutes away. Run down, grab it, and basically use it as your $2 personal shuttle service. Make the bus work for you. You know, if you ask young people right now, ages 18 to 24, if they would rather have their own car or access to the internet, you know what they'll say? Almost half would ditch the car and take the internet. And that is because with a car, you can do one thing. And that one thing is increasingly associated with headache, frustration, expense. You know, Cheryl Connolly is the manager of global trends for Ford Motor Company. And she says the car used to be the symbol of adulthood and freedom, but it's not anymore. Now, the signal of adulthood is the smartphone. That's coming from Ford Motor Company. You know, the fact is, you can use your phone to compare all the options for you. You can see how long it will take to drive, take a bus, take a train, walk, or bike. And you've got the best information at that moment to make the decision. We have better information than we've ever had before. You can reserve a car share if you need a car, when you want it, and you know when you're done, there'll be a parking space waiting for you, and you can just walk away from it. You can video chat with your friends. Maybe you don't even have to take a trip. But my personal favorite new way that you can use this thing is the bike share system. Picture this. You're in DC for work. You come out of your hotel, and the bus you were planning to take doesn't show up. And you can't get a cab, and you're stuck. And then you remember seeing all these rows of beautiful red bicycles all over town, just waiting for you. And you pull up the bike share application on your phone, and you find the closest one to you, where you are, and the closest to your office, and off you go. And this isn't just someday. This just happened to me when I was in DC. And here's the coolest part. When I walked up to the system, there were no bikes left. So I just waited a few minutes. And within a couple of minutes, 3 or 4 people rode their bikes up and dropped them off and went off with their days. And just as quickly, 3 or 4 new people came up, checked out a bike, and went off to do whatever they needed to do. It was like watching a symphony of mobility. And this is coming to Santa Monica next year. We tried the all-car route, and it is failing us. The car companies want you to believe that the ultimate in mobility and freedom is a car, but it's not. When you're in a car, you're stuck. You're stuck in traffic, You're stuck circling agonizingly looking for parking. You're stuck paying for gas and insurance. The ultimate in freedom is not a car. The ultimate in freedom is using the technology you already know and love to customize your own personalized transportation system. LA is about to expand public transportation options like nothing we've ever seen before. And the transportation planners believe if they lay down a new subway, they've solved the problem. But they haven't. What's missing is you. Use the system. Test it out. Play with it. Tell us what works and what doesn't work. Tell us where we need a new bike share. Tell us if the sidewalk is not safe or comfortable for you. Tell us if the bus shows up late. Play with us in this real game of urban mobility so we can make a system that works for all of you to get you wherever you need to go, from your house, wherever you need to go. If any city in the world is up for this challenge, it's LA. This is the city that just figured out how to roll a 170,000-pound space shuttle across town. Dreams come true here that people don't even dare to imagine other places. With technology, your creativity, and a little bit of experimentation, we can do what LA does best: turn the dream of getting around easily into a reality. Thank you.